All right. Dah boleh start ke? A very good morning, everyone. Allow me to express my gratitude for your participation in our very first meeting. I am Amar, the chairperson of Ramshad Berhad, and I shall be your meeting facilitator for today. And before we start, I'd like to formally introduce the meeting panels for today. First, we have Ms. Adila. Hi, our Human Resource Manager. Moving on, we have Mr. Firdaus, our Safety and Welfare Officer. And last but not least, Ms. Shifa, the Legal Advisor of Ramshad Berhad. And to commence our meeting, let's start with some opening remarks. And for that, I'd like to invite Mr. Firdaus to share a few words regarding the issue of workplace bullying.
Thank you, Mr. Amar. Good morning, everyone. Workplace bullying is endemic in industry today and has drawn greater attention in the last 1.5 decades. Bullying at work refers to when someone harasses, threatens, or mistreats another employee on a regular basis. This type of behavior can be psychological, physical, or verbal, and it makes the target feel uneasy or unpleasant. Workplace bullying is gaining popularity as a serious public health issue. Workplace bullying is a critical issue that impacts employees, companies, and economic growth in three major ways. First, it will affect mental and physical health. Next, it will damage the company's reputation. Then, it will cost a lot in terms of financial. Bullying at the workplace is indeed a pressing issue with significant social and economic consequences. If left unaddressed, workplace bullying threatens the world's economy, governments, and social fabric. Tackling this issue is crucial for long-term peace and economic prosperity. To address this problem effectively, here are some solutions. First, comprehensive anti-bullying policies is important in an organization. Companies with clear anti-bullying policies foster an atmosphere where workers feel safer and more supported. In addition, developing a healthy and productive team culture is a must in a company. When this kind of mindset is instilled in everyone, more outputs can be done, and work will feel less like a burden since there are healthy work relationships among you and your colleagues. Last but not least, the company must conduct a regular checkup session on employees. It is crucial to get to know the trends, weaknesses, and things to improve on each team. In conclusion, if nothing is done to eliminate this problem, the world's economy, government, and social fabric will collapse anytime soon. Tackling this issue will result in long-term peace and economic prosperity for human beings.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Firdaus. Now, I'd like to invite Ms. Shifa to give us the project overview.
Thank you, Mr. Amar. Moving forward, let's go into the specific of our project. I would like to share with you the goals and scope of this project. One of our goals of this campaign is to raise awareness about the existence and consequences of bullying at the workplace among employees and management. From this project, we would also like to promote a healthy workplace culture that values respect, empathy, and cooperation while rejecting any form of bullying or harassment. Additionally, our goal is also to establish support mechanism for individuals who have experienced bullying, including counseling services and a network of colleagues and supervisors who can offer assistance. In terms of the scope of our project, we should define a specific group because it typically includes employees, manager, supervisor, HR professional, and external stakeholders. Next, we need to identify platforms and channels to be utilized. For example, traditional media, social media, employees' newsletter, or town hall meetings. For more, I would like to pass this meeting to Ms. Adila to share the objective, key message, and desired outcomes of this campaign.
Thank you, Ms. Shifa. Now I will continue with the objective of our meeting. There are two objectives that we would like to achieve. Firstly, when we talk about bullying, there are a lot of unspoken and silent victims out there. So we need to encourage a culture of reporting by establishing a confidential and accessible channel for employees to report the incidents of bullying without the fear of reprisal. Secondly, We also need to launch a media project such as TV, radio, and also online platform to reach a wide audience so that we can effectively convey the importance of the project. By doing so, the information on this project can be widespread. So from our objective, there are two key messages that we would like to deliver in this project. Number one, we would like the victim to know that they have a place where they can voice out about the bullying issue they are facing. They should not be afraid to speak out and stand up for themselves. Secondly, the audience should know the effect of bullying, and we would like to encourage them to play their part in stopping this unhealthy tradition and to take this issue more seriously. Based on this point, we are hoping for two desired outcomes from the project. We hope more people will have more courage to report and speak out about the bullying at the workplace. And lastly, they will not tolerate any bullying and create a healthier workplace for both employees and the employers. And next, I would like to pass this meeting to Shifa to discuss on the strategies of the project.
Thank you, Ms. Adila. We need effective strategies to ensure our message reach far and wide. This involves a mix of communication channels, social media campaign, and community engagement initiative. So here is the plan. First, we will create a dedicated website with resources, information, and support for workplace bullying awareness. This will be regularly updated with articles, survivor stories, and event information. We will also collaborate with newspaper, magazine, and TV station for interviews and articles and advertisement. A Facebook page will be established to share information, host live Q&A session, and promote events. In the Instagram platform, we will share visually appealing content, including infographic, victim stories, and event highlights. Instagram stories will also be utilized for real-time updates and behind-the-scenes content. Lastly, we will conduct confidential and accessible channel for employees to report incident of bullying without fear of reprisal. That is all from me.
All right. Thank you. And also the meeting, Mr. Firdaus, Ms. Shifa, and Ms. Adila. Now, we shall open the floor for any inquiries. Please feel free to share your thoughts and suggestions or ask any queries you may have about our project.
How do you think that our campaign will become relevant for a long period?
In my opinion, our campaign can be sustained through continuous reinforcement, integration into organizational culture, and adaptability to evolving workplace dynamics. On the other hand, regular updates, ongoing training, and embedding anti-bullying principles into everyday practices will also help keep the campaign relevant over time. Additionally, regular assessment and adjustment based on employees' feedback and changing organizational needs will ensure the campaign remains effective in addressing workplace bullying in the long run.
All right. Good insights, both of you. Are there any other ideas any of you wish to speak of? If there are, please go ahead.
I agree with Ms. Shifa, but I would like to add that we can also do a strategic partnership with local brands to spread awareness to the people. We can also form partnership with other organizations or influencers that align with our campaign goals. I believe collaborative effort can provide fresh perspective and extend the reach of our project.
I have a question. So how can we gain a better engagement with employees and encourage active participation in the campaign?
In my opinion, we can put up posters and advertisement to get the employees to come and participate in our project. To get an active participation, we should do a two-way activity so that they can also express their idea and be more active. For example, we can do some quizzes or games that involve awareness of workplace bullying during the program. I have another question. Besides supporting the employees' mental health, do you think there are any more areas that this project can contribute to?
For me, this campaign can enhance employee morale. A healthy workplace culture boosts morale and job satisfaction. When employees enjoy their work environment and feel a sense of belonging, they are more likely to stay committed to their roles and the organization. In addition, the campaign may reduce turnover among the employees. Employees are more likely to stay with an organization that values their well-being and provides a positive work environment. This can result in lower turnover rate, reducing requirement and training costs.
All right. So as our meeting is coming to a close, let's project the outline and the next steps and also the action items for our project. The project we are working on will be officially referred to as Bullying at the Workplace Awareness Campaign and will run in the span of approximately 10 months or 304 days to be exact. We are to officially start the project from the 1st January 2024 until 31st of October in the same year. Personnel involved will be assigned roles to take out specific tasks to ensure smooth sailing progress of the project. And note that the roles will differ from that you hold within the company. This is to promote equality and provide indirect soft skill training. Before we start, I would like to introduce or appoint the team project for our campaign. For our project manager will be Ms. Shifa. For the marketing coordinator will be me, Mr. Amma. And then for the content creator will be Ms. Adila, as well as the social media manager. And then finally, the event coordinator will be Mr. Fidaus. And so, for the first phase, I would like to invite our newly appointed Mr. Fidaus as the event coordinator for Bullying at the Workplace Awareness Campaign.
The project will be divided into 4 phases. For phase 1, which is planning, it will be conducted from January 1st, 2024 until February 28th. Planning is very important as it will determine the smoothness of our campaign. There are 4 tasks in this phase. The first task is developing a project plan. I am going to put the responsibility under the project manager, Ms. Shifa. Ms. Shifa is expected to utilize her expertise in project management to create a comprehensive and detailed plan that outlines the project objectives, milestones, timelines, and resource allocation. The deadline is January 15, 2024. Next, Mr. Amma, serving as the marketing coordinator, is responsible for the second task, which is defining the target audience and messaging. By January 31st, Mr. Amma is expected to provide a comprehensive analysis of the target audience along with a well-crafted messaging strategy that aligns with the campaign's goal. This task is pivotal in ensuring that our message effectively reaches and engages the intended audience. In addition, Ms. Adila, our content creator, is tasked with creating a content calendar, making her responsible for the timely and strategic planning of content creation and distribution. The deadline for completing this task is on February 15. Last but not least, as the event coordinator, I am entrusted with the task of researching and selecting awareness events. These involve identifying relevant events that align with the campaign's goal and target audience. The deadline is set for February 28. The success of this task will contribute significantly to enhancing the campaign's visibility and engagement through strategic event participation. That's all from me, and I will pass to Ms. Shifa to explain for phase 2.
Thank you, Mr. Firdaus. For phase 2, which is the content creation and social media campaign, it will be done from 1st March 2024 to 30th June 2024. In this phase, they will be divided into 3 tasks. First, developing awareness materials such as posters, brochures, and videos. Ms. Adila, who is the content creator in this campaign, will be in charge of this part. The deadline for this task is on 15 March 2024. For the second task, which is the implementation of social media in our campaign, for this task, Ms. Adila also will be responsible for this, as she is our social media manager. This task is required to be done by 30th April 2024. Next, the third task in phase 2 is coordinating with influencers and partners. Mr. Amma, who is our marketing coordinator, will be in charge of this task. The deadline for this task is on 15 May 2024. That is all from me, and I will pass to Ms. Adila to explain for phase 3.
I will now explain the third phase of our project, where we will organize an event and get to engage with our target audience. On the first event, expected on July 31st, I entrusted Mr. Firdaus to organize a local awareness event where we can give talk and spread awareness about this issue. Secondly, the next event will be handled by our marketing coordinator, Mr. Amar. Mr. Amar will engage with local employees and some organizations. We expect the employees to be more open, and we want to deliver the image that can be trusted so that they can trust us to give to report some bullying issue through this engagement. The task is expected to be completed by August 15th, so that we can continue with our next agenda. I will continue our plan by collecting and sharing stories between survivors. I will invite survivors from different companies and local influencers to make a podcast together. By doing so, their stories will be heard and the awareness of the issue will be spread. The deadline for this task is on September 15. That's all for the third phase. For the third phase, I will now invite Mr. Ahmad to continue with the last phase.
Thank you, Ms. Adila. I will now explain the fourth phase of our project, where we will gather our event feedback from parties involved in the project, mainly the audiences. This phase will be carried out by our event coordinator, Mr. Fidaus. All of the duties associated with the feedbacks from response collection, data analysis, and the improvement plan shall be included as part of his responsibility as event coordinator. The reason for this feedback is to certify whether we achieve our objective of this program and whether our efforts to satisfy our audiences are sufficient. Feedback collection and analysis should be finalized by 20th of October. Moving on to the final part of this phase is the reporting. All of the reports made by program PICs or person in charge shall be collected, cross-checked, and finalized by the project manager, which is Ms. Shifa. All personnel are advised to complete the report a month before the deadline of October 31st, before the finalized report is handed in and approved by the director. This is to provide ample leeway if there are any problems concerning the reports and enable amendments where it is necessary. Before we wrap up, I'd like to remind all members that our next meeting will be held bi-weekly on Monday at 10 a.m. as well as on Friday from 2 to 3 p.m. to review project progress via Microsoft Teams. Do note that each project team head or the PICs are expected to hand in monthly progress report to our project manager. And lastly, I thank you all for participating. And if there's nothing to add, I'd like to adjourn the meeting for today. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.